Hey, what's up, guys? It's Trent with Bully Barn. All right, so today I got some things written down, and I'm going to tell you guys about how I run a successful American Bully kennel. All right, so first things first, guys. I know everybody's level of success is a little bit different. I would say success for me is being able to, afford all my bills, pay for my family. I've got a wife and 4 boys. We moved I grew up in the country. I used to train horses for a living. Then I welded in a welding shop for about 9 years. And then I decided one day, hey, I'm gonna get American Bullies. And I'll tell you guys how I started, how many females I got, and I'll talk numbers and stuff and money and stuff like that here in just a minute. But I just want to tell you guys, this is my success. Everybody's going to have different levels of what they think success is, but success to me is doing exactly what I've done. And I've moved. We went in town, lived in town for a little bit, so we moved from there. We were there for 2.5 years. Mortgage was outrageous, super expensive. So breeding American Bullies allowed me to put half the money down on a 2,000 square foot home and 7 acres. Right next to our family, or my in-laws, which is great too. Now we homeschool all 4 boys that we have. We're able to go to the gym and do whatever we want, drive around, have fun, watch movies, take the boys to the park. We spend about an hour a day doing homeschool, and it's pretty amazing, guys. So I'm just, that's to me, that's my success story, and we're not done yet. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it here coming up. So how I started out, guys, I bought 3 to 4 females to start with. And I'll tell you guys why I did that here in just a minute, because you don't want to over-invest to begin with, okay? And yearly income for the last 3 years has been on the average of about $90,000 to $100,000 a year. Dog food, we spend about $2,500 a year. That was with 3 to 4 dogs. We did get up to where we had 7 or 8, where we were almost over investing a little bit, and I'm going to tell you guys about that here in just a minute. Basically, you're going to be taking care of the dogs, and it costs more to take care of them than you're making at that point. That's why you don't want to over invest too early. So basically what I'm saying is, you don't want to start off with 20 dogs. I'm just being sarcastic on that part. But guys, here we go, back to the script. Okay, about $2,500 a year on dog food. We would usually pay anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 or so per breeding. And what I mean is your stud fee, your collection, the AI, shipment of the semen, if you want to do a semen analyst, if the female takes, if you do confirmations or not, you go in for ultrasounds, when you do your C-section, just a bunch of other things that you're going to end up paying for. So anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000, especially when you start out, because you haven't produced your own studs that you're going to use yet. Just small stuff, we'd spend about $700 to $1,200 or so a year. That is the regular vet visits and miscellaneous stuff as well. Crates, leashes, dog beds, tick treatment for out here in the grass and stuff like that. And that's all included in here. So after you subtract all of our expenses and stuff, okay, the first 3 years, we profited anywhere from around $63,000 to $73,000. And that's just kind of on average, guys. That also, like I said, that allowed me to put a huge chunk of money down on the land that I live on now. 50% to say that. It's been nice, and like I said, you'll see some of the videos that we're doing out here as well. You'll see how pretty the property is. And like I said, this is my level of success, guys. So your next step that we did, we expanded. We bought more females. If you have more females, you're going to make more money. You got more productions on the ground. So you're going to have, basically what I'm getting at is, if you're breeding more dogs, you have a chance of having, better quality. You have more chances. If you only breed 1 female, if she has 5, 6 puppies, you're going to have 5 or 6 chances, right? If you've got 3 females and they have 5 puppies apiece, you got 15 chances. That's what I'm getting at. So when you expand, you get more females, you're gonna have more productions, which means more money, the higher chances of producing a better dog as well. You're gonna see a lot more dogs, so you're gonna get better at choosing quality, you know what I mean? Also, when you first start, you don't want to overinvest, and this is what I was talking about earlier, okay? What happens if you overinvest? Say you start out, you just go buy 10 females, right? And you breed those 10 females all in 1 year. At that point, no one knows that you're a breeder. No one's seen any of the homework that you put in. Nobody's seen any of your productions. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows anything about you. And all of a sudden, you start posting these dogs up for sale for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, whatever, right? Even $4,000, $3,000, right? You're not going to be able to sell those dogs, and you're going to oversaturate your own market for yourself, for your business. And it's just like if you start a door business and you build 100 doors to start off with, and you sell those 100 doors, you can take that money while you still have money. You didn't invest all your money into building those 100 doors. Okay, you still have money, but you sell those 100 doors, you know, then you can create more room, build a bigger building, and then you can build 500 doors. Whereas if you start out, say you build 500 doors, and you spend all your money building those doors, okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at. You're not going to be able to just sell all 500 doors out of nowhere for high dollar. And you've already spent all your money on those 500 doors, so then you're going to go broke. Trying to last until you sell all 500 doors, you're going to go broke. That's what I'm getting at. So if you buy 10 females at first, you breed them all the second year that you have them, and say they have, you know, 5 puppies a piece, that's 50 puppies you have to try to find homes for throughout that year, and you have no market for yourself. That's going to be really tough. So then you're going to be taking care of 50 puppies. That's a lot of money, guys. You're going to be taking care of all those females, those 10 females. You're going to be trying to promote all those puppies and sell them all, and it's going to be rough. You're not really going to get what they're worth either. So don't overinvest at first. A lot of people do that, and then it kills them, you know. And we've experienced that a little bit, where we've got a little bit too much to take care of, so then we had to dial down a little bit. All right. So when you first start out, you're also going to be the great value. You're the GV version, the great value version, okay? Using the same stuff that everybody else uses. That's what I'm getting at when it's as far as being great value. Somebody else that has a well-developed line of dogs, if you're using their dog, they already have it. They've already basically, and I'm not saying perfected, but you get what I'm saying when I say perfected their craft. You know, they have a following. They have a market for themselves that they've built, that they've done, that they've worked hard on. You can't just use that dog and all of a sudden you just incorporate that market directly into your program, and then you get to sell the dogs easy for $5K left and right. It's not going to work like that. So when you first start, you're the GV version, okay? All you're doing is using 2 dogs that 2 other people produced to try and create something nice. So you need to try to be different, and you need to create your own market. That's kind of what I did with the Samson stuff. Samson was, you know, when Samson come about and he started getting popular, there was no other dog like Samson. Nowadays, there is a lot more extreme dogs, you know, just like Brim, for instance. Whenever he was the man, he was the man. There wasn't another dog like Brim. He was a super extreme pocket. Now there's, you know, 10, 20, 30 other dogs just like him, you know, so you got to create a market for yourself. But that's what I did with Samson. I created something super nice off of him. I inbred him twice. And people are going to know you for your productions. They're not going to know you for the dogs that you bought. So you do have to create a market for yourself and be a little bit different, guys. And later on down the road, after you put the work in for 3, 4, 5, 6 generations, that's going to pay off, because you're going to be that outcross that somebody else has been watching you to put together for years. You're going to be that outcross that somebody else needs, guys. Another thing we're going to talk about really quick before I close this video, okay? I gave you guys numbers. This is real as it gets. I'm giving you guys everything, okay? This is what I do. This is how I have become successful. We're going to talk about losses. Okay, that's a big deal. This last year we've had, and this is me trying to explain to you guys how successful to me that I've been. We've had a lot of losses. This last year we had 8 females in a row that did not take due to Victor dog food that we were feeding. So if you guys are feeding Victor, I would get rid of it. I would be feeding something else. We tried Pro Plan for a while, and we didn't like everything about it, and still we had 1 or 2 females that weren't taken, and we've switched to a Nuckshook. I might put a picture of that dog food up. I love it. So far, females are taking on it. Coats look great. It's about the same price. And that's stuff that you're going to look into when you're breeding, because you want to spend money, you want to get quality dog food, you want to have quality dogs. That's what it's going to take. So losses, guys, like I said, We had 8 breedings in a row. We have not had any puppies in over a year, but yet I still have plenty of money to pay my bills, to go to the gym, to do what I want, spend time with my family, you know, just whatever I want. And I'm not saying I'm rich by no means. I'm not one of these breeders that gets on here and lies and say I'm selling dogs for $20,000, $30,000 a piece. Although I have had one dog that was off my yard that sold for $25,000 to China. I've sold 3 dogs to the UK. 2 of my dogs have went to China. 1 or 2 have went to Canada. So we have made some big sales and stuff like that. That stuff's awesome. It's good for promotion. It's good when you get big sales like that because it's a big chunk of money. But I'm not one of those breeders that's going to toot my own horn and lie and say I'm selling dogs for 30 to 50K left and right. You know, it's just not the case. That doesn't happen with everybody. Very seldomly, I would say less than 5% of people are probably going to spend $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a dog. When you can get a direct product off of the dog that you're buying from the main source, you can get a direct product off that same dog, basically, or that dog is a grandsire in the pedigree for $2,000 to $4,000 anywhere else. Okay, but anyway, like I said, back to losses, guys. I have had a lot of loss this last year, and we don't really speak about that because it doesn't change what we do, who we are. We figured it out, changed dog foods, and then boom, things started happening for us and again. And that's one of the reasons why this building behind me that I'm in right now is not built yet. I've done videos saying that I'm gonna get this thing built. The reason we have not done that is because we have not had the extra funds to build it. We do have funds to pay our bills, okay, and have financial freedom, not have to go slave, work a 9 to 5, and that's what this video is about. One of the biggest things too is you need to have a passion for the breed. You need to have a passion for what you're doing. I love these dogs. I love creating these dogs. I love that it's in the younger stage. It's in that 29, 30, 31 year mark, somewhere around there, I believe. And it's just really cool. It's a neat breed. I love doing what I do. And we have had a lot of success in the show ring as well. We've produced 5 champions, more to come soon. But I wanted to give you guys a raw video, talk numbers and stuff on how we are successful and how we have done what we've done. And like I said, you're gonna start out with 2 or 3 females. Okay, quick overview, 2 or 3 females. Create some nice dogs, market yourself, expand a little bit, don't overinvest, okay? And then you gotta start using your own dogs. That way you can prove, you know, that you can produce dogs and you can prove that your dogs are good producers. And we've done that as well. Our productions that we've produced have already produced champions in just a short amount of time that we've been doing this. So we're super stoked about it, but like I said, guys, I wanted to give you a raw as it gets video. This is not any bullshit. This is as real as it gets, okay? I hope you guys have a good one. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram at bully.barn.b. Follow us on Facebook at Bully Barn. Feel free to text or call me if you want. My number is 405-568-6846. Like and subscribe. Comment below on any other topics that you guys want to talk about. You guys have a good one.